Now, when you are a service provider admin, one of the biggest roles you fulfill is managing, adding, and removing personnel from your agency. And so there's actually a couple of different ways you can do that. If you're just managing details on individual users, you can come up to your administration tab users and you will see broken down by their role in the application all of the different users affiliated with your agency. And so if you were just wanting to, edit a detail on one of them, well, you can just come in here and you can add whatever you want. So let's say we want to enter a phone number for the great Trish Casey. And so we'll just go ahead and save that, and we have added that for her now. And so maybe she wanted us to add that so that she could receive the pages. So if you come back to your service provider, Squad 51 EMS, and so we now have a phone number in here for her, which gives her the option of receiving the dispatches through the application. And so we might just want to turn that on, and then we'll say, you know what, that Nick Salzman, he's kind of a little bit lazy. He really doesn't like receiving pages at 2 a.m. He'll just get them on the truck phone. And so we'll turn that off for me. Sometimes there's other reasons why people don't want to receive the dispatches, or agencies don't want them to. So this isn't where you manage who does and does not receive the dispatches. It's just the slide bar. It's super easy and it instantly updates. So there's no save feature or anything off this page. Just once you do it, it's done. If you make a mistake, you can just flip it right back off. All right. And so that is how you manage the personnel. Let's say we wanted to add a user, and there's there's two methods to do this, but they come together and they're pretty similar. So if we're adding an existing user, it's actually really easy. So let's say we want to add somebody here today, and we just hired Josh DeGaulle, and so we're gonna go ahead and add him to our agency. So we just search for him in the list of users that already exist within STARS, and we know that he worked at a place that had it previously, so he was in there, so we just add him in. All right, so it's super easy if they're already a member and a participant in STARS. If they're not, we're just going to create a new user. So let's say we needed to create somebody, and I think I'm running out of John Doe, so we'll go with Johnny Doe today. All right, and we're just gonna hire him in as an EMS viewer today, but say that you were putting somebody in who's going to be a dispatcher for you, or a service provider admin, or if you're adding another medical director, you can just change their role right here. You also can always go back and edit that in their details later. And then we'll give him the very common phone number in the application. And so we're going to add the user. So we created Johnny Doe. He's a user in STARS now, but if we want to add him to our service provider, we still have to do one more step, and that is he's now an existing user in STARS, but that did not automatically affiliate him with your user. So now you just got to go back to the existing user list, find one of our Johnny Does. This was the one I just created, and we will add him in. And now he is part of our service providers, and he wants to receive the dispatch pages, and so we just click him over to yes, and he will now receive those. The final component of administering personnel is just removing anybody who left. So Josh DeGaulle had a very sudden rise and into his career. He got to retire today. Congratulations. We're going to remove him. And then Johnny Doe, EMS, he did great at it, but then he was ready to move on to a different career, and so he has also left your agency, and so now we can just click remove. If you are to accidentally remove somebody you didn't mean to, it's not, you have not ejected them from the STARS application. You just unaffiliated them with your agency. So say that last one was a mistake. all you have to do is just go back and add that existing user. They are still out there. So sorry, Johnny, we didn't mean it. You can come back and you just add them right back in.